Another one was Dolores Huerta. I remember when Roberto Maestas, who was never a farm worker, in fact, I remember the day he used to go to the Yakima Valley to pick apples just one day so that he could say he was a farm worker. You know, he went to pick up Dolores Huerta in a limousine at the SeaTac, and some other raza went with old pickups and stuff like that, you know, and Dolores Huerta got out there and looked at it and says, "How much did you spend for this limousine?" You know, Roberta said, just a couple hundred, you know. I says, wow. She shook her head and she walked over to the guy in the old pickup, you know, and says, "I'm riding with you." You know, so she got in with him and she came to the rally and that. She said, "Forget the limousine, that's not us, you know. That's what about it." And you know, I thought all about all that stuff when Cesar died, you know, about and the evolution of his movement and stuff like that. Where's it at? You know, laws got passed to protect that, but just like laws get passed to protect things, to do things, people do things outside the law, just like, you know, farmers do things outside the law, you know. And they have to do it not because they're, I don't think because they're mean or anything like that, but man, you know, money, you know, for running a farm nowadays, they've been sucked up, you know, small farmers have been sucked up by big, you know, farming corporations and stuff like that. And my dad was a farmer, so I understood that. You know, you wouldn't think that, interesting story about my dad being a farmer. You know, here's a Mexican, you know, a farmer. He didn't start out as a farmer. He started out when he working as, you know, just hoeing beets in Torrington, Wyoming. But when he got to the Yakima Valley, he had saved enough money to become a farmer. And here's a guy during World War II that the U.S. government depended on. Oh, we need your sugar beets because there's no sugar, you know, here in the United States. We need your vegetables and this and that. Where are the farm workers for this big farm that my dad had? Who was he using for labor when all the men were at war? Who do you think they was using?
Braceros. Women.
German prisoners of war. I have letters. I have one letter, I can't remember, 42, 43, I can't remember. You know, it comes in the month of January or February, and it says, from the UNI, you know, it says, "Hey, we're getting prepared, ready to for another season of beets. You know, we need to be able to accommodate. So tell us how many tonnage of beets, you know, you expect to harvest this year." 2 days later, here comes another letter from the U.S. government. You know, how many prisoners of war are you going to need to work that? You know, so it's interesting what goes on in life. You know? They don't want you here, but you're here, and they'll use you. You know? So it's interesting how strange bedfellows.